Well, since you're here, you could probably take it off and yeah, at some point, you know.
That's up to you.
There's one that I did where I think the first time I tried it, my big fat head's in the way the whole time. Poor guy's been waiting for me all morning.
No, he wasn't doing it for it.
That's what I was gonna tell you too. I'm just hoping that you're not freaked out once we finish, but at any point it's not. And then everybody's something wrong with 2 seconds. I don't know what your pain tolerance is, but it's definitely an awful. If it gets pretty rough, I got to go get another pallet too. Thing about the skin right here, it's really tight. Some parts of the body have skin I don't know
Last night. Kind of badass pedal, just like yours, except for it's got gold. Oh, that's cool.
You go to a website called tmart.com. You can buy shit in wholesale, but you have to do it in large quantities. So for those, you might have to buy 5 of them. Man, you get them dirt cheap. The only thing with that one too, though, is Ridley Scott's involved. Yeah, that's my favorite director.
Got their hands on a compound that kills humans and nothing else.
Medical said they'd never seen anything like it.
How much time around the dead, haven't they?
It's
time to take the war to them.
People move. The demons destroyed stuff.
I didn't need a ship. Always work better alone. Shouldn't say anything. I'm just one man.
one man that was a Spartan. Ready to go to hell, Colonel? Never thought we'd set foot on a Halo ring.
Are we really doing this?
Stay on mission.
What the hell?
Not go out like this.
Hey, we didn't
Not go out like this.
When is that come out?
My question to you is, how will you and belong?
That's all I want to do.
They're ground force engines only. They have no aircraft, so the Air Force will tear them a new asshole, and we will rule the air. And no civilians, that's first. Get the stress call, send the squad down. Go. You take Santa Monica to Olympic. Foxtrot, Olympic to Pico. Echo, you go to Ocean Park. Lieutenant Martinez. I want you to break off the squad with the speedway. West, no Lincoln. Go to the police station located here. Send it to Amarosa. Leave the overrun. Got a distress call, these civilians are still there. We don't know how many. The shattered survivors in the radio, and we'll have helicopters in the area that evacuate the bomb trucks. Make no mistake, they will drop with or without. If you get those civilians and you get the hell out of there, you kill anything that is not human. Let's go, let's get it done. Captain Luke is not a drill. Hold that line. You understand me?
You ever play Metal Gear Solid? I got that really tag with that Road Zero. Some games I feel that way about. I really like the Tom Clancy games. They just have a really military feel to them, and the company that does them, they put a lot of detail into them. I almost feel like at some point I just play in a movie.
The only game we're kind of really into is like the one where toilet and that. Really close call. Like, have you ever heard of Oblivion? That's great.
I'd like to get out of that. That game took probably 500 hours of my life.
That game is extended. You go from one place to another place to another place, the game always look at, and then you name for us.
Yeah, it never ends. I mean, it's like a living world.
You probably can waste your entire life around that, trying to get there. By the way, these The Last of Us.
Okay, good. Now I can tell you what I think, what I want for the sequel. I think what they should do is do it again like they did, where it's so many years later. Maybe at that point Ellie has a child, and the Fireflies come back. And yeah, I'm allergic to this Vaseline, man, so I wiped my eye yesterday. Is it still swollen, this eye?
A little bit. It's red.
Looks like I got punched this morning.
Which Vaseline is it? Covalent?
I don't know which one it is, honestly, because some of them don't seem to do that. But anytime, that's why I don't put a lot here, because if it gets on my arm, it itches. Probably be a good idea to find something else, maybe Aquaphor or something to start using. Shit's just expensive.
Yeah. I never found it cheap.
What time is it? Is it 1:30 or 2:30? Huh?
220.
Is it really?
Yeah. Going quicker or slower than you thought?
Quicker. I got a guy that was supposed to be after you, but I'm gonna have to have him wait till tomorrow. I gotta let him know though. It's getting kind of close.
Knowing how such a big piece of it has such a little leg, but then it's that bad.
Seeing it looked big when I printed it, and then you cut it down, stick it on. It's not that.
It doesn't look that bad.
It's
Yeah.
not that menacing, but I can't even remember the name. There it is.
Put that away. You understand me? Right now you're better awaiting orders. You can go left, you can go right, I don't give a damn. Just make a decision.
Lieutenant, it's an overrun hero, sir. Enemy aircraft's lighting it up. The answer is like nothing they ever seen before. You got it. Let's get these people safe.
Lockett, Kearns! I need to set up an observation post on the roof. We're gonna move by foot, so gotta move fast. Let's get scanning for hostile. Find the best route out of here.
considered it a game.
Really?
And there was, even when I was in high school, when I started learning more about these guys, I talked to the older guys, and that's who I talked to. The younger people, there'd be fights, talking crap about straight edges and stuff like that. It's like, shut up and relax. Kick back and hang out.
Yeah.
Doesn't always have to be a fight.
30 minutes.
I knew this kid that said him and his friends would go out at night and they'd beat people up just for smoking cigarettes because they were straight edge. What the hell, man?
Just sit forward out a little bit. Fast.
One of my friends, this girl, her boyfriend got beat up for being a juggler. Like, I think they were saying 3 or 4 straight edge companies. Just for being a juggler. What's funny is most people think that they're psychotic and all that stuff, serial killers, blah blah blah. Actually, what they're saying about it is if you look into the past, look into the lyrics, you're actually corresponding with more or less following history, current events, and if you actually listen to the lyrics, like I can't remember if there was a CD that actually mentions it. Hey, by the way, we actually do believe in God, and we aren't, just because we sing about psychotic stuff doesn't mean we're stupid.
They're tracking our signals. Come on, turn off that radio. They're tracking our signals. Turn it off. All radios off. Cell phones, everything. Get ready.
I think he gets all upset as he finds out they're drones.
There he is. Sis on the line. Yes, all right.
You play golf?
Yeah.
I tried it one time, like actual golf.
Yeah.
And you know how they give you like a bag of balls when you first start?
Yeah.
I think I ran out in like the second hole
It'd be frustrating, that's for damn sure.
Yeah, then we got to this one hole where you had to hit it over some water. Man, I could not get that shit. It's either too far or too close. I finally just chucked it with my arm.
Doesn't matter.
Man, I remember when we were doing that, I seen one of the biggest wolf spiders I've ever seen in my life. They're just running across the green where the hole is. You start messing with it with the club. That thing was trying to attack the golf club.
Yeah, they're pretty fearless.
Have you ever seen a spider that, it's really weird looking. It's like really dark red, like blood red. Well, the ass end of it, that little big ass end that has the webbing and all their guts, I think, it looked just like a peanut. It was brown, looked like a peanut riding on its back. And if it was sitting right here on your leg, I could probably see its fangs from here.
Really?
Big ass fangs, and they're really, really aggressive.
Oh, I've never seen one of those.
One time there was one running across the floorboard at my mom's, and I kind of kicked my foot at it to scare it, and it started coming after my foot. I started zigzagging my foot, and then the spider started zigzagging. But I ask everybody if they've ever seen one of those. Nobody's heard of them. So I just wonder if it's something new that's coming around, or
I don't know.
something rare maybe, but man, they're nasty. To my battery there.
I'm not going to sightsee on Alcatraz. I'm going to escape from Alcatraz.
For our story, Mike had total access to the prison site. He met with a former Alcatraz guard and spent time in the cell blocks. It wasn't hard time,
Marker?
but still, it made an impression.
One of the most excellent experiences about the Alcatraz episode was the chance to be there.
No, I'll be glad you didn't watch a single one, though.
And have the
Be
freedom
glad
to
you didn't
walk
watch a single
around
one.
That facility.
That one was just stupid compared to the
It's like
first
the
one.
ultimate haunted house.
Centipede?
Wandering around in the shadows.
Oh man, my son was watching shit on YouTube about it. And that disgusting little fucker that does that to them people, he wraps barbed wire around his dick and rapes that girl.
Mike's primary assignment was to
I don't wanna-
investigate
that
the
shit don't
infamous
entertain me, man.
Alcatraz escape
No.
of 1962.
It's just disgusting.
Some of the weird movies they have on
Clarence
Netflix
Anglin
and whatnot.
and his brother John
Like, you ever
squeezed
seen
out
the
of
one
their
with
cells,
Teeth?
climbed over the walls, and paddled for freedom on a crude
I take it you seen it?
raft
Yeah.
built of railroads. Not one of the
an
escapees was
interesting one.
ever seen
Yeah.
again, dead or alive.
I cannot imagine that.
Did they execute the perfect
Fucking
prison
weird.
break?
She bites the doctor's fingers off.
Yeah.
That guy was a perv too though, takes off his
A
glove.
couple of accomplices tried to paddle the 2 miles from Alcatraz
Just like your own brother.
to Azorna,
That's messed up.
the inmates' likely
That was
destination.
her stepbrother.
Oh, stepbrother, yeah.
But they were
Mike
kids,
didn't
man.
get
I mean, that's,
in 3 hours of paddling.
when you grow up with someone from the age of kindergarten,
About the
how could that even really feel different?
Don't see.
That guy was a psycho too though.
Yeah. Most people in her life was psycho.
I honestly believe at some point we probably paddled right over the top of their remains.
But some new evidence suggests the inmates may have actually succeeded. To begin with, they had expert advice on navigating the currents in San Francisco Bay, their biggest obstacle to both freedom and survival. Robert Sublime was a diver in the U.S. Navy, but instead of bar hopping while on shore leave, Sublime liked to rob banks, so he ended up in Alcatraz. Veteran Alcatraz researcher Mike Esslinger recently discovered that banker Bob secretly coached the escapees
Robert Shivline gave him some tips on how to, water survival training, things like that. So yeah, I mean, they basically were, pretty well versed in terms of, survival training and all of those things.
Device actually helped the inmates survive. In 2012, an extraordinary document came to light, a telegram that suggests all 3 inmates survived. The California Highway Patrol sent the urgent message just hours after the Alcatraz escape was discovered. It was an all-points bulletin to a Bay Area Sheriff's Department.
And what it stated is that there was actually a raft that was found on Angel Island the day right after the escape, with footprints leading away from it.
Boy, Gemma thought she was dead last night.
The telegram also reported that a 55 Chevy had been stolen in Marin County.
Sons of Anarchy?
Across the bay from Alcatraz.
The mom?
Yeah, she murdered her son's wife, his wife. The only person that knew it was Juice.
South of San Francisco.
She knew that Jax finally caught Juice and figured he would tell her, or tell Jax.
No.
So all of a sudden, right after that, she gets a call, hey, Jax needs you up at the cabin. It's an important family matter. She's freaking out, but for them, it's just, they need her help to cure a heroin addict. She thinks she's going up there to get murdered.
500 feet up.
But before she left, because she thought she was going to die, she confessed to the baby. Like, I need to tell somebody. I'm going to tell you. I didn't mean to murder your mom. She was a good person, blah, blah, blah. The whole time, Jax's little son is in the corner listening to her. She didn't know.
Sometimes our team pushes the limits.
So now somebody else knows. That's the thing, man. It's only been Juice and Gemma that knew this whole time. But
every now and then, our team gets into trouble.
No,
even when they get special access.
That episode kind of ended with the little boy going to sleep for the night. Looked like he was thinking really hard about it.
What you didn't get to see was the near disaster we had filming during a blasting sandstorm.
But that kid's only like
I'm going to take you on a personal
6
tour of
years
that side of
old.
the mission using never before seen footage. So buckle your seatbelts.
That sucked to find out your grandma killed your mom.
As far as he knows, she could have been, because she kind of worded it where it says, she didn't really come out and say, I killed him. She said, sorry, your mom was, well, she kind of said killing your mom was an accident. She could have meant, no, I meant when those guys killed her,
I led the caravan navigating by GPS coordinates alone, as there were no landmarks. As we forged into restricted territory, the roads, much to our surprise,
That kid's gonna grow up all messed up, man.
Yeah, it's kind of weird watching all these places.
Roger Nelson,
Like far west, that used to be straight country. House here and there, but that's starting to build up too.
Once she got to the
Not
heart
far
of the
west,
facility,
West Haven.
Kara was allowed to check the storage conditions of the waste.
It's like Canada.
If too much radioactive material
Canada?
is crammed inside a
All that
container,
land, like,
it will generate excess
yeah.
heat. A breach of
There's a lot of land not used up there.
Kara
There's
has
one.
several tools to identify
I went there. I went to Alaska to pick up my buddy,
is not previously aired.
and we drove back. There was one spot. It was literally a 4-hour drive at 65 miles an hour. Nothing. Not a soul
The camera
inside, not a
detects
house.
the heat
Nothing.
level of anything in front of it.
You can actually see an image there. What do you think that image is?
Exactly. Right here, I can actually see my own reflection. My own body heat is reflecting off of this container enough that you can actually make out. Here's my face. Here's this. Look at this. This is the camera. The camera itself is hot. Obviously, if I turn the camera on you,
I think I
I
only
can
played
see
like
that
1
your
or 2
heat
games on
signature on
that
your
game.
face, for example, is much hotter than
Huh?
even on your finger glasses. That's a good shot there.
No.
We're obviously
Yeah.
not going to reading like that with containers because they're not emitting any heat.
That's correct.
None of the
Yeah,
containers Kara
that doesn't
tested
really
showed
intrigue me
excess
that much.
heat.
What everybody is
For the
trying to
moment,
get
anyway,
us.
the waste isolation pilot
some of the games were good,
is
but
operating
not
according
worth
to
it.
plan.
Now that's not the same one as the
Sometimes investigators deploy
PSP,
common
right?
everyday tools.
PSP,
Mike Baker
That's
traveled
what I
to
have.
Coral
has
Castle,
open, has
where
a
there's
little
mysterious
disc form.
stone
This one
monuments.
has like a memory
It's
card.
tucked away in the town of Homestead, less than 40 miles.
Yeah, that's right. There's a little white and this inside.
That's why a lot of people didn't respond to that one, because you couldn't use your PSP games with it. So it was like, what's the point of even buying this thing?
Secretive about his methods. He worked at night and seemed to sense when anyone tried to sneak a look at what he was doing.
Plus,
Mary Bardsley was about 12.
PSP didn't really have that much battery life either.
Construction spy mission.
Not mine,
She's
at
never
least.
before been interviewed.
One night, my mother loaded the three of us kids in the back of our car, came up, parked, and we were far enough back we thought Ed could see us. He didn't unload a single thing that night. He obviously saw the car with Mother sitting in the front seat. We were really disappointed. We went home about 3 o'clock in the morning. Nothing.
All in all, Ed moved more than 1,000 tons of rock. Probably more than any other single individual in all of history. The only easy part was finding the raw materials.
And they call it oolite for short. And it's what the whole state of Florida and the Keys and the Caribbean are all made of. And it's right underneath our feet.
Mike's attempts to follow in Ed's footsteps using similar tools have never been seen until now.
I'm down here in one of Ed's quarries where he was pulling out this massive amount of coral rock. Now, I've heard that coral rock is easily chipped and that it can crumble and break apart. But what I want to try to do is see if I can't get a straight edge on this piece.
How do people say it like that? See if I can't get it there, like when you're trying to actually do it.
Well, clearly I'm having a hard time trying to develop a straight edge on this. But
Doesn't make much sense to say it that way either.
apparently it had no such difficulty, which is an
So,
incredible feat.
how old are you, man?
We know that Ed
34.
used saws during the course of his effort.
So pretty close to me. I was 14 when I lived out in Clinton, so.
Well,
Did you go to Sunset Junior High?
Yeah.
this is a very heavy duty saw.
When you were how old?
And
41?
it's cutting it. And I can see
Close
where
to me.
if I
You're
were
close
to
to my
spend
brother.
the next 25 years,
Who's your
I
brother?
might be able to get a
James
straight edge
Gaskill.
on this one piece
Was it?
of
James
coral rock.
Gaskill?
Sounds really familiar, man.
You think about
That
one
last
man
name.
doing all this,
Do you know who he
and it's no
hung out
wonder
with?
people thought he
Um,
definitely must have had some
I
help.
think in junior high, he ran around with Brian
Evidence
Overdeek
says
a
Ed
lot.
worked completely alone.
Todd
Unlike Mike,
Shit.
he cut his blocks with straight edges and 90-degree angles. This part of the castle wasn't.
See, I wasn't too liked in that
Ed built
that
this stone
time.
tower of
Um,
blocks weighing up to 9 tons.
I don't know if they still had Spirit Hall at Sunset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They used to pull me in there a lot, all the cool kids, and they were basically taking turns fighting with me.
I hated that part of Sunset.
Where?
There's basically two separate buildings in Sunset Junior High, and there's a main hall that connects them. It's called Spirit Hall.
In some cases, like Florida's
That's where all the
enigmatic
cool
coral
kids would
castle,
locker.
the equipment tells
Yeah,
us
you couldn't even walk through there unless you were like
explained.
awesome.
I don't remember.
I got chased by one of the science teachers. His name was Mr. Obrey. I don't know if he
Oh
was.
yeah, Aubrey was still there.
Was he?
Yeah.
Will be ready
Sucker,
with
man.
weapons.
Peanut Head was still there. Mr.
Weapons
Pryor,
designed to
the
gain
art
compliance
teacher.
from individuals or crowds
can't remember
without
him.
causing permanent harm.
I remember Obrey.
On an earlier episode, Mike
I don't remember why. I'll kick you out of class. I told him. I don't give a shit or something like that. And he chased me.
Mike,
Did Mr. Ito work there when you worked there?
Who?
Mr. Ito?
Yeah.
Ito?
Yeah.
That sounds familiar.
Short little Asian dude.
Mr. Miller.
Miller, I remember Miller.
I had a history teacher named, I think his name was Jensen. He was awesome. That guy, just from that guy, is what made me love history. Mr. Payne was the gym teacher.
The old Buzz. Dirty old fucker.
I don't remember his name. Mr. Hiller? Science teacher?
When did you go there?
testing. The finished tasers are placed inside this case, fired by remote control. The test ensures that the unit puts out the proper amount of shock power. Once the technician signs off, the taser is loaded and ready to be deployed. That means being tested on life.
It's just a bunch of different
Getting tased was an
things.
incredibly intense experience. Your whole body locks
I don't
up,
remember the
your
teacher's
muscles
name.
are contracting
The
the
English
whole
teacher?
time.
Welsh?
Now I've got 3 boys
Welsh,
now.
yeah.
They'll
You
watch
hear
that
that?
until they go off to college.
Was there a teacher named Mibus? Miss Mibus?
Mibus?
Yeah.
At the time,
She was mean
it was
too.
no
That sounds familiar.
joke.
Huh? You heard that Welsh passed away, right?
Mike
No, I
also
didn't
traveled
know
to the
that.
McCary
He died of a heart
Let's talk shit about her.
No.
Forced removal can
I know she was an
expose
ass.
to violent hand-to-hand
A lot of my friends told me, dude, your grandma's a fucking bitch. No, she's nice to me. That's all I care about.
The officers have to enter the room.
You know, back then I took a gym bag, one of the little Sunset Junior High gym bags they had. I don't know why, I used to think I was a karate ninja, but I had it full of butterfly knives, ninja stars and shit. I just took it and walked around with it and showing everybody, and teacher caught me with it, sent me home, but can you imagine the shit you get into nowadays with that stuff?
Deputies don't have
Go
to
to
lay a
people
hand
lose
on
their
the
minds.
to gain
Gotta be
compliance.
premeditated murder.
What does it feel like when it hits you? Is there any sensation at all when it's that sort of ground?
When it hits you, it's
You go to insane asylum or juvenile,
followed by pepper.
you want to get a chance to stop at home.
Goes in your eyes.
Freaking Moita.
Deep breath in.
I'll be honest, I showed the same teachers, I showed the teachers the same respect they showed me. That's why I got kicked out.
About when you fight back. Your immediate
You know, I think junior high teachers, they do have a problem with treating kids like they're stupid idiot kids.
A lot of stress. So you could imagine what it would be like if it was the real thing going down in that room at that time.
Urban tactical
What kind of
research
surprise?
operations.
I thought Hillier worked there for a lot longer than me.
Desert backcountry.
He might have been there, but I don't remember.
Of a history
He was a crazy science guy. He'd shock you with fucking.
more.
Yeah.
America declassified tape.
If you were late to class, he had a bottle that he